Welcome back to another episode of Lifestyle After 5. Me and my boy Lord Shu,
Yo,
rapper
what's good?
producer extraordinaire.
We back in this piece. What's going on, Ali? How you doing, bro?
Doing good. The future is now.
Yep, facts. See, I like when he started talking like this, y'all, because it's about to be a good episode today. So this is the second episode of this week. Y'all already know we coming with the live streams 2 times a week on Monday and Wednesday, followed up by our newsletters, which you can sign up to on our website. Please, I'm wondering how AI hustle is like gonna work out because ChatGPT is still in black business, and we just talked about on the last episode how AI is trying to take away our voice. Even we could say the blanket statement of everyone, but most of the people who watch this channel are people of color, so we got to start giving y'all what y'all need too. So
Y'all gotta give me money.
ChatGPT, oh yeah, facts. We got to give you what you need because at the end of the day, I'm noticing that as we use these tools, because we use these as well to build out our shows. um there is a lack of people who look like us in these industries building out these tools. So but let's get into today's episode. So we're going to talk about why ChatGPT is still in black business. So ChatGPT 5 costs $40 a month. Mid-Journey scrapes black Etsy shops, and the same black-owned tee you slaved over now is selling for $4.99 by an AI ghost store, which is crazy work. Now, basically, what that means is, um, I'll give you an example. So there's this website that you can make T-shirts on, and basically you can take these ideas from AI and put it on a T-shirt. They make a whole brand new T-shirt, and black shops on Etsy been doing this, but without AI. They're building out these same images, but they using their actual skill. But now somebody can go take those ideas, have ChatGPT make a better version of it, or more refined version, whatever you want to call it, and now they can throw it on a T-shirt and sell it to you for less price, and these black creators just get slept on.
They were saying that the FTC fined OpenAI $10 million for training on over 10 million Shopify listings.
Man,
85% of them training came from black-owned shops. So tonight we're gonna break down the blueprint for digital hustle, how they stealing from
yep.
black businesses, and black businesses don't even know what's going on.
Yep. They're using the data that we have because you got to think most of us are hustling, have our own businesses, creating our own infrastructures, but we using their tools. That's why I keep saying y'all got to start building tools now. It's not even about being a part of um, Shopify. I actually had this conversation with Vanna. If y'all remember, Vanna used to come on and do our live streams on Wednesday.
Shout out to Banner.
Yeah, I was telling her this exact same thing. Like, we don't need to be all on Shopify. If our best bet now is to come together and start pulling money or taking this cash and investing in building our own tools, even if it's just individual tools. Because oh yeah, we got Instagram, but if everybody got Instagram, they can't make that. They can't come up out of and tell everybody, hey, this is the main platform. We controlling the narrative over here. If you got your own platform, you make the laws for that.
Yeah, a lot. Like I said, a lot of us are not even in the game. We don't
Exactly.
even know the digital playbook, and AI is definitely cloning the culture. Uh,
Oh yeah.
Reports say AI generated Amazon stores copied black brands and produced copies of it. So basically, it's looking like, oh, this is what's selling. This is what's hot. This is what the
Yeah.
black culture doing. Let's go over here and let's create this brand or whatever, and we can undercut it because they can do it cheaper because they're bigger.
Yo, they even all the way down to what they're putting in the caption, bro. That's crazy. So
Yeah.
even the like caption of like, oh yeah, this is the product description. Like, yo, just crawling everybody's post and ads. Then we got Melanin Threads.
Yeah.
They got a lawsuit apparently. We just gonna say apparently because we don't know 100%. But her Black Girl Magic slogan was stolen and reprinted by AI.
Wow. And they say Again, 85% of the Shopify sellers saw 30 to 60% revenues drop after the AI flood.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. So, um, I guess they at this point they're probably gonna be making it seem like, oh, this is just part because AI is it's still new, it's still learning. Like, okay,
No.
well, there's so much data already out here. Why is it specifically doing this to just black people who
Well,
have
like
businesses, right?
like if you watch some of our earlier episodes with Rich Brinkowski, as he
Hmm.
talked about it with AI,
Oh yeah,
it
he definitely.
how can AI be fair and when we as human are racist
Yeah.
and got this we don't even have that right where we fair and equal, but these people are training it.
Yep.
There's no equality in AI when because it's gonna take on the persona of the person training. He
Yep.
talked about, hey, when Tesla was coming out with their cars and the self-driving cars, if it had to make a choice of who is going to hit and run over, it's gonna
Yep.
choose the darker skinned person. That's
This
the
is facts.
sacrifice. So, yeah.
We might have to bring that episode back. We might have to run that one back through one more time on the newsletter. But that's very valid point. He did say that, but it just goes to show this was what last year when we had this conversation.
I mean, even it was which was funny, like even when I was doing my vision board, which you hadn't done a vision board for this year, you should.
Hmm.
If
Facts.
you don't know what a vision board is, you need to drop that in the comments, and we need to talk. But just I had my vision board of me holding $1 million check. AI could not create, at least ChatGPT specifically, would not. Maybe it's my prompts. I'm gonna put it. It could be Meyer, but I could
Right.
not
Right.
get it to come up with a black man holding $1 million check. It said it couldn't do it due to a system and well, a white person could come up. I could come up all day long. A white person holding a check with money, but
Yeah,
certain
it's
things
gonna automatically do
it's automatically it can't see like what that don't exist.
it. You ain't even got to type white person. It'll just automatically make it.
Yeah, it's automatically make certain things and certain things when you try to put
Yep.
black images. It's like the AI is like we don't know that exists. We don't see that in our world.
Hmm. That's crazy,
And
y'all.
but no, they say Google's Gemini project Harvest exposed for scraping 200,000 over 200,000 black Patreon pages.
It's a damn shame, man. But you know what? I'm glad that this episode finally happened because to me, this is just like pretty much I just sit in the corner and just kind of think about this stuff, and I'm like, well, there's only one thing to do in situations like this, anyways, and it's just really just, you got to go where people. I don't know, man. Maybe because I'm traveled, but to me, I feel like the America is the place that don't like me the most where I'm at, which is crazy because I was born in America. I can go anywhere else and get more respect, I think, than in the States. In the States, I get treated like a child by grown men, and I'm a grown man. So I don't, it's one of those things to be like, okay, well, I'm in this position or whatever, but now this is a digital era. We in the future. I would consider myself a true futurist, someone who sees the world how it can be right now by the things that are already existing, even with the negativity. Because I
Hmm.
prefer to look at the future optimistically, but at the same time, I know there's a place in the world for me. And I know if I take this type of mindset to those places and all of us go to those places, there can be a real place for us, not just somewhere, oh, we got to do something in America or whatever. We don't have to just be in this one place either. We can just be everywhere. But it's going to take us really like putting our foot down and not being like angry, but being just smart, getting together, having those think tanks. Like me and Ali always talk about think tanks on this show. Get together, start having these real conversations, start building these real tools and creating our own large language models together. Someone out there who looks like you and me is already doing this type of stuff. But sometimes our community, and I know I've been I've been in the fire of this where because we doing what's considered nerdy things or whatever, we get clowned on and shit by our own people because we want to be the ones to build the future or go to space and shit like that. Like those ideas are just out there to some people. So now's the time. You know, we gotta put all that shit to the floor, put it aside, and really start coming together.
I agree, but you know, a real life situation. Well, all of them real life situation. When it talks about
Facts.
how TikTok Creator Fund pays Black creators 3 cents per 1,000 views, while their format get copied. And if you watch the Super Bowl, I don't know, a couple of years ago, it was this one black in particular. I think he's out of Florida when he was doing like that, like moonwalk dance, that little
Yeah,
dance where he's stepping. It looked like he's stepping in air.
yeah, yeah. I know what
But
you're
then
talking
when you
about.
watch the Super Bowl commercial this year, they had Martha, I think it was Martha Stewart in the Sketches commercial. She was doing that
Doing
dance.
that dance. Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm
that's
and the
crazy.
first thing I said when I seen her do that was, I wonder did they pay that kid that made all that popular? And then he said he took it from, he actually got the dance created from a drum majors and watching them. But did he get paid from Skechers
Yep.
for them doing that? Because he the one who made it hot. And it's like the girl in the yellow dress. There was a white version of
I
her
mean,
TikTok code or whatever that was going around. And I don't know if I don't know if she got paid off of that or not, but she should have. It's a lot of things and a lot of sayings that we have made popular that we deserve the credit for. I was looking at Chef Parker Soul Food Remix. His recipes turn into generic content, and that's another thing. If they're not stealing it, they turning some of this stuff into AI bots. So
yeah,
you get this AI generated content where it ain't even a person doing what you do. Took
yep.
your idea and your
They got a
concept.
whole agent.
And that's
It's
not
an
only a
agent
black,
doing your shit.
but that's a threat not only to black people, but to the population as a
Yeah,
whole because of AI. And this was talked about on the Diary of a CEO
yeah,
podcast. Shout out to them, where they had a roundtable where basically you could have a conversation with somebody, a meeting, and I could start telling you about, where my business is going and my mindset. Or if you're a popular star, where you can have AI pay attention and go back and look at you and create a persona of you and take your business idea or anything that you got on your mind you're thinking about, and it can turn it into a whole business of its own.
right.
How do you even then? That's the question that they're looking at as society as a whole. How do you stop that? What do you do when you can't even talk about an ideal or AI got you?
Yeah. And then like it's funny when I was in a class for using an artificial intelligence tool, and in that class, of course, it was two women of color that was teaching the class. But then you know me, I'm gonna ask questions. I'm like, well, if I'm using this tool, like, is this tool gonna be am I gonna be able to keep this creation or uh copyright it or whatever? So eventually, all the ideas that they testing these large language models on eventually becomes property of these companies. So don't get too into these tools to the point even now because it's early. Now is the point where it's like, okay, well, now I see that anything that I'm using or saying in this is becoming these companies' property. And even in the paperwork, if you read terms and conditions, they'll tell you, hey, anything you use, I don't care if it's on a website, uh, Instagram post, whatever, this is our property. And you using it to make money, we can take that money from you.
I mean, the
So,
same thing with Instagram. It's
yep.
their property. But we talked about this in a
Yep.
couple of episodes, a couple of weeks back. Are you on a digital plantation?
hmm Don't get lost in the sauce, people. Cause now, like,
Take your money, save it.
yep,
If you're making money, we're not saying go in. Don't. We're not saying stop. Do what you're doing on your Shopify's, your TikToks, whatever. Make your money, but save it. But just know that's a threat that it can be
yep,
taken away. So don't get too comfortable and too relaxed with it.
yeah,
Actually, I'm gonna give you some real live plays with it. Chatify. That's
hmm
Chat A capital AFIYA is a black built chat bot trained on black literature and culture nuances.
nice. I
Y'all
never
go out
heard of
there and
that,
check it
but
out.
I'm glad.
I never heard of that app, but that's what we gonna give it and we're gonna promote out there. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
AI.
definitely serious. We need more tools like this, y'all. Come on.
Senator Warnock, shout out to Senator Warnock out of Atlanta, uh, looking for an AI reparations bill that demands 5% of all AI profits fund black tech corporations.
That's
I don't
tight.
know if that bill is going to make it through. I don't. I'm highly. I don't have much optimism there.
He's a real skeptic. So no, they're organizing digital strikes and opt-out protests. The Algorithmic Justice Collective. So y'all go look them up. The Algorithmic Justice Collective. They organize in digital strikes and opt-out protests from AI and tools built with it, using it. Doesn't matter.
So now we just living on an automated plantation, as we say. Now we
Yeah.
got to automate our resistance to it, and we got to free ourselves from it.
Yep. It's early. This is the best time to do it
Yeah,
because we learn with the tools. Don't get it twisted. We do need to
you
learn with
got
these
to have these
tools.
certain.
Yeah. You learn how to use them, and then you use it against the. That's the resistance, baby. You got to use the tools that they giving you. Because granted, it might change. At least if we start using them and we start putting in the work to make our own tools, it's gonna change by what we do, not what someone else around us who's funded by Silicon Valley or whatever.
And I agree, but that's for the advanced. But like I said, some of our listeners, they don't even know what the hell going on. Like I said, they don't even know how to buy big. You still got people debating on this Bitcoin real or not. Bitcoin is on CNBC. It is on Wall Street. It is a ticker. Bitcoin is here to stay. It is not a fly by night. Cryptocurrency is a worldwide thing now. They're making bills in certain states of saving some of the state's funds in cryptocurrency, i.e., Bitcoin. So that shouldn't even be a conversation anymore. You've got to learn Bitcoin, and you got to really know what you're doing in crypto, because if you don't know what you're doing and you don't take the time to learn, you will easily lose your money, can easily be stolen from you. This is something you got to sit down with. You can't ignore. It's like learning how to go to the bank and make a bank deposit.
Yeah,
You got to know what you're doing with Bitcoin. If you don't know, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is your first step by listening to us to getting involved
yeah,
into this new tech era.
yep. We're gonna help you be a sovereign techie before too long. If not by the next 10 episodes, at least in the next two. Cause now it's like we are saying out loud, we are the resistance. We are automating the resistance. So but yeah,
And
y'all know where we at.
And just our disclaimer, yes, our data and some of our information is produced by AI and AI generated. We try our best to make sure that everything is 100% accurate, but sometimes there are cracks and there could be some fallacies out there where may have missed a thing or two that may or may not be incorrectly.
Yep.
This is why we advise you to go through and do your own research and check out things and call us out if you find something that is wrong, and we will gladly correct it.
Yeah, we won't be salty at all about it. Because to be honest with you, I know me personally, I want y'all to let me know what's going on. And I want y'all to just do the research for yourself as well. It'll open up a whole nother world. I'm telling you, we just from us doing this show, it's opened up a lot for us. So I know it's going to open
Mhm.
up a lot for you.
Well, until next time, we're going to have to see y'all in the future.
Peace. Much love to everybody.
Don't forget to check us out on our website, www.aliafter5.com,
Yep.
at Lifestyle After 5 on Facebook, Spotify. Check our Substack out. And if you'd like to get in our Discord, scan the code above my head.